This is Virginia's fault, this lesson.
Wow.
Because a couple of weeks ago, she sent me a link and I followed the link because Virginia says good things. And so I do what she says. And, and I said, oh, they're beautiful. These are beautiful. And then I remembered how beautiful they were last time. In fact,
these ones are weird looking. They've got red eyes and they're black.
That's right.
Yeah, they're quite varied.
Periodicals.
And I don't know what year this one is that I'm doing.
Here's my contribution. It says only a few days left, and that was the last one I saw of last year. Last year.
This is what I did, and it's the first layer. Lovely. So you see, the wing things are going both in the same direction.
The wing things.
The wing sections. It's two left-handed wings.
Yeah.
And when I noticed that, I said, "Okay, I'm not going any further with this." I'll start from scratch. And these are scratches. I did these with credit cards. In other words, and that's why I got so disappointed, because you can't undo a credit card scratch.
That is true.
So I'm going to do a totally new one. I've done the sketch, and I've done the sketch, and I've done one side. I have scratches, and I will do the other side in class. And this is something that I might not have talked about before. When your thing that you're tracing gets detached because your tape lets go, what I do is I cut along someplace where I've done. So I cut along there so that I could match it up, because it came detached before it had a body. It just had two wings and nothing else. It just had two wings. And so I cut along the wing edge so I could match it up, and then I could do the tracing on the body.
Very, very clever idea.
Yeah, well,
otherwise you're just kind of lifting a corner. Have I matched it up? Lift another corner. No, left a bit.
Yeah, right. So, and it's still not exact, but it's pretty good. It's pretty close. That's my trick for the week. And this is ready to go. And that's all I have to say. So now I'm going to have to paint, huh? I have already done scratches here on the one wing, which looks darker. And it looks darker because you can do scratches better when the paper is a little wet. So I wet it, and I'm going to wet the other wing. And then, of course, the pencil smears. Got another hint that I have not yet tried. I got from a video, and that is to do your sketches in water soluble pencil.
Yeah.
And then you don't, if you know this is going to be blue, then you do it in a blue pencil, and it disappears when you paint.
Very good.
Yeah, and I thought that was very clever. I haven't done it yet, but I thought it was very clever. So I'll do it, and then I'll let you know. So I've got my trusty credit card, which I'm now cutting in the opposite direction because I'm getting more and more arthritic, and it's harder and harder to manage the small pieces. And I'm going to make the wings. I'm going to do my scratches. Whoops. And I did the other side because, this takes a little time, and you don't need to watch me make these scratches forever because they're all pretty much the same. Whoops. And the fun thing about scratches is watching the paint once they go in. Okay, I have shown that you can do this with a credit card. This is this back wing. When I did the background on this one that I didn't finish, I did it with salt water.
Interesting.
Yeah, and it made a very interesting texture. I don't know that I like it or not, but there it is. So I'm going to switch to this because now you've seen that I can do it with the credit card. Oh, good. We haven't seen Jonathan in a while. He's been in California.
Hey.
Hey. You came after we've shared things, and I'm hoping that you did lots of paintings in California. No, you said you didn't bring them.
I didn't bring them. No, I am working on my cherry blossom painting. That's almost finished. I'm going to try to finish it today and then start working on a cicada.
Okay, that will do. While you were gone, I did something that had a lot of water in it, and I used a brush that Matt and Helen gave me. And so when I was using it, I was wishing that you were there so you could convey to Matt that I am enjoying the brush they gave me.
I will. I absolutely will.
Because it holds a lot of water. Okay, I think that's pretty scratched. And I think I'm going to start with, I decided not to put a background on this one. Maybe I'll put a background later. We all know from making bottles and Christmas balls and balloons and such that if you want to do transparency, you should have something in back of it. But I figure I will look at what the wing looks like, and then I'll put something in back of it. So I'm going to start with yellow and let that dry, and then do the body in, because there's sort of yellow underneath, and then it's green. And then I get to use my gamboge. See, this would have been a good idea to do with watercolor pencil because these lines are very dark. And the eyes they're basically green. So this is the first level. And now for some blue. And I think it's going to be this blue. Let me see the paint box. Yes. No, not blue. More turquoisey blue. Very thin. Well, here we go. I should have erased the pencil because now you won't be able to tell whether what you're seeing is the pencil line or the scratch. I'm going to erase it on the other wing. If I can get my eraser out of my pocket. Do I have an eraser? I don't have an eraser. Chris? Yeah. Yeah, good. So I'm going to erase the pencil lines on this side, or I'm going to do my best to erase them so that you'll know that where the blue is going in, it's because it's in the groove, not because it's the pencil line. Okay, that's pretty erased. Now, let's put blue in there.
Did you paint that happy face on the bug?
On what? On the bug?
The bug that you're drawing? The picture that you're using has a happy face on it.
Well,
Did you do that?
well, I did it from the photograph.
Is that a photograph that you have attached that you're looking at?
Yeah, this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There, his head up there has a happy face.
Oh, that's nice. Let's see if this will erase, or if I can destroy the paper.
I had one that I thought the mouth was going down.
I think this is the top of the head. I don't really think it's his face.
Well, that's what I meant.
Yeah.
But he's smiling at you, whatever.
Well,
it
that's
is.
good.
No, I didn't take it as being a smile, but I see the smile now.
Yeah, looks like a smile.
You know, you can't really erase once you've got watercolor on it.
Oh, really? Can
Well,
you
not
move it?
really. I mean, it gets a little bit lighter, but it mostly destroys the paper. Okay. Now let's do another thing. Whoa. That's way too dark. But this upper part has to be a little bit dark because there's another wing folded underneath. Let's blot that out. It's way too dark. That's better. That's better. Now let's make the other side match. Because even if it's not correct, if they match, it'll pass. Whoops, my eraser's getting in the way. There, that's pretty good. This did not happen. The edges did not happen. That is too dark. And that is too dark. So let's make this a little bit darker. Oh. Oh, I've smudged it again. Let's get a clean brush.
Looks nice to me.
Oh, I got a smudge here.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well, now I'm going to have to put a background. If only to cover up that smudge. There we go. Okay. Now the body. We've got a bunch of green here. I mean, the exciting things about cicadas is the wing.
Has anyone seen any yet?
Yes, someone had spoken about seeing Louise.
Oh,
I hadn't seen one this year. That was the last one of he was saying goodbye,
That was the end of that was his swan song.
It was.
it's your keen artistic eye.
Indeed.
Now, the other thing I'm going to do with this cicada is that I have some iridescent paint, and I try not to use things like that for class because I feel like if you guys don't have it, I shouldn't use it. But I think this just calls for it. Brown there. This brush from one angle has a very nice sharp point, but if you get it turned around, there's another hair that sort of sticks out and messes up your sharp point. Okay, this is darker. And this is almost black. Ah. Here we go.
So Ian, the question about your iridescent paints.
Yeah.
I treated myself to the pearlescent colors.
I have a
selection
little one.
of the colors on the back. This is fine tech pearlescent colors.
Yes, she got a good one. Yasutomo. And I think it was $6.
They-
It hardly has any paint in it.
Yeah, this was probably 30.
Yeah.
about 30.
Yeah, you've got a lot of paint. See, this is just this little bit of paint. But
Ah.
I don't use it that often. And then I discovered that the white pearlescent paint will mix with colors.
Ah,
And it
Hmm.
doesn't, it's not quite as bright as when it's pure white, but it's pretty damn good.
would you do a base coat of a regular color and use the pearlescent on top? Or do you
Yeah.
think it's good enough just to use like
Oh, I've
both?
done both. You can do both. You can do either one. It's just paint.
Yes, I might just have to have a little test.
Yeah,
page first.
it does tend to be a little bit more opaque.
Mhm.
It's not quite as transparent as regular watercolor.
Okay.
And so if I'm going to use it, I might use it where I've got problems.
Ela, you are full of tips today. This is wonderful.
I gave people a tip that if your tracing thing comes off the tape, which sometimes happen, and then you've lost wherever it is, that you can cut along an edge that you have already done, and that way you can find where it belongs
Oh.
and resume where you were.
Oh, nice tip.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I'm the person who makes all the mistakes in the world.
We
Purple
all do.
themes.
You can't have
That's
that
how I
all to
learn stuff.
yourself.
That's how I learn stuff. So I'm going to try some of this pearlescent stuff so you can get to see it. I'm going to use my water brush because it's nice and pointy. My water brush is so pointy.
All right. Who's the technologically challenged one tonight?
You've got it.
Fine.
She's got it.
Learn something new.
Yeah. Okay, where else do I want shine? I think I want a brighter shine there.
There we go. I have been busy, honestly. That's my tea.
We believe you.
Oh, not that kind of tea. I meant eating. What do you call tea in America? What do you call
Dinner.
supper. Dinner.
Oh, yeah, dinner.
Dinner's lunch in the UK.
And what do you
For me.
call it? And what do you
Tea.
call it?
Well,
Tea.
as
See,
well.
we're just learning a lot of things.
Yeah. That's a good thing.
What can I tell you?
Yeah.
Are you a scone or a scone, Sally?
Scone. Scone.
Oh, no, I'm a scone. I'm a
Oh,
scone.
really?
Yes.
I have scones in my cupboard. I'm just trying to
Very
work out
good.
how much. Yeah. How long do I need to borrow these for?
Okay, I'm ready to share some translucent colors.
We need you to be large.
I need to be large.
Oh,
Chris.
Louise, she's showing us her pearlescent colors.
She's like that.
Yeah.
Just hiding behind the camera. There we go.
There we go.
Let's see if I turn.
Oh,
Okay.
wow.
Yeah.
Those are gorgeous.
Oh,
Those are the real insect wing colors, aren't they?
Yes.
Yeah.
Since you're using yours, I'm using mine. So there.
And they glow like that too. Yeah. Very nice.
drew my cicada on another drawing. I didn't know. I thought it was a plain piece of paper.
Well, that's okay. You mean you did it
Yeah,
on the
but I like
back, or
the
you did?
drawing better than I like the cicada.
Oh well, that's all right too. Okay, I've used pearlescent too on this. Can you see it? Does it shine at all?
A little bit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
it does.
Is that you, John?
No, that's Jonathan.
Oh,
Close.
I don't think John is on. Okay. What else? What other color does the cicada want? He has some pink, some red rather. And his head has some red. And what's in there? Oops. I should have erased these lines as well.
yeah.
Okay. Well, he's on his way. I want to get him all the way on the paper, on the screen rather. Now, in order to make these wings translucent, I think the body could use some more work, but not right now. I need to get something that comes across through his wing.
Hmm.
So I'm going to have a twig that comes down. And in order to make it look like it's in back of, not in front of, I'll put some more blue on the wing on top of it. I would like it to be dry before I do that. So I'm not going to do that yet. And I'll do the other twig up top. Ooh. And I should have erased these lines too. Oh, that's too green. Way too green. Mm. Pull that off. I think I did scratches on the side. Let's see. Yeah. But only on the one side. And the pencil lines are dark, dark, dark. Okay, let's add some scratches on the other side. Now let's see what happens. Let's mix some green here. And a bit of yellow. Let's do this yellow. So it's got to be dark enough to cover up the pencil. Oh, I missed one with scratches right there. I was thinking of not doing a leaf at all. And then I realized you need it for scale.
Thank you.
Otherwise, you haven't got the slightest idea how big this bug is. But because you can actually see the veins in the leaf, it gives you an idea that the bug is not very big. See, now I can lighten in between the scratches, hopefully, by pulling away.
Anyone see the moth that was found in Australia?
No.
No. Tell us about it.
Well, it's a mammoth moth. It's got 25 centimeter wingspan, and I have a picture, but it's on the Guardian website. It's about a third of the size of a saw that you'd use to cut a tree up. It's about that. I've got it.
Wow.
Yeah, it's very big.
And they've just found it?
Well, I think they knew it existed. It was just somewhere unusual. I'm just having a quick look. They're not uncommon. Oh, they're rarely seen by humans.
Well,
Oh.
I imagine humans are happy about that.
They're pretty big.
It
I don't
might
know
be
if
somewhat scary.
Yeah, I don't really. It's huge. It's
That's what it
longer
looks
than
like.
your. I don't know whether you can see it. It's
We need
Yeah,
something big.
so
Yeah.
that's someone's saw.
Mm.
She's showing us a moth.
I'm showing you a moth because we like things like that.
Yes, we do. Make Sally big.
There
Wow.
you go.
Oh my
That's
God.
it.
That's a
There you
moth.
go.
That's a moth.
That's a moth. Yeah, on the end of a saw, so you can kind of see how big it is. That is
Yeah.
ridiculous, isn't that? It's pretty crazy.
Moth was holding up the saw, right?
Yeah, right.
So Chris has brought me my wine. So we know what that means. It means I'm way behind. Let me just wipe out my twig here. So hopefully we can tell the branches that
Okay.
the wing is translucent. Very, very good, people.
Well, thank you very much. This has
Well
been
done.
really fascinating.
Here's looking at you kids.
Indeed.
Thanks.
I'll drink to
Thanks,
that.
Elin.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Take care.
Bye.
For your
Bye.
wine.
Bye bye.
Thank you, Chris.